Okay. See if we can do this. Can you see? Let me see. Let's shrink that. This here, 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 here. We're going to play 4 cards. Okay, 727. Okay. I've watched on YouTube, and tell you the truth, a couple of different ways of playing they're playing, and it's not that fun. And so this is the 727 that'll keep you going for like freaking days. If you're with the right people, they get freaking involved like I did. But anyway, so we deal 1 card down. There's going to be 4 players here. We normally use 5 or 6. And then we take the next card and we flip it over. Oh, I did shuffle these already. Now, the thing is about 727 is that it's not like any other game of cards. And you could also do 626, 828, but this is 727. And it's counting to either 7 or 27. There's basically 2 winners in this game unless you get a natural 27, and I'll get to that in just a minute. Okay, so all cards with numbers on them, from ace, meaning 1, through 10, are face value of what they are. So this is a 6, 5, 4. This is an 8, okay? The object of the game is to get bluff. To bluff the other person to think that you have a 4 and a 3, or a 4 and a 2, or a 4 and a 1, which would give you basically 11, 15, or 5, right? So this is a 5, and he's going to bluff 2. This is a 6, he could bluff, because let me tell you something. If he has a face card underneath here, the face cards are all worth a half a point. That's it. It's only worth a half a point. It can't be any more or any less. It's a half a point. So you could get 4. You get 4 face cards, 1 showing, 3 down, and you're going to have 2. Yeah, 2. That'd be 4 face cards, half point apiece, be 2. Add to 2. Okay, so I'm the dealer. I don't have any chips with me, but let's just make what do you call that? We're gonna pretend. So we had an ante in here of, let's say, a nickel, and I'm gonna bet a nickel, and you could actually have a what do you call it? A limit on the bet. It could be a nickel, it could be a dime. You can't do more because it can get really crazy stupid if you have it like regular poker or any kind of just open betting. So I asked this guy here, I said, do you want a card? He goes, no. Do you want a card? No. Do you want a card? He says no. Now, if I didn't take a card, the game's over. We flip our cards over, and whoever has the closest to 7 wins half this pot already. The closest to 27, which would probably be me unless he has a 9 under there, and I only have an ace, like a 2 here. You see what I'm saying? So I'm going to take a card because I have an 8. I've got to go high. I'm going to go for the other card. So I take a card. It's a deuce. I have 10 showing. Let me just see. I'll show you what I have, okay? I have a 7 under here, okay? 7 and 14, 15, 16, 17, right? They don't know it. Okay, so it comes back to the betting again. Or, excuse me, cards. I say, do we bet? No. Okay, so I bet after I get my next card. Since I'm going high, it's my bet. I'll take the bet. We can go in turns either. It doesn't make any difference. And so I bet a nickel. They see the nickel, right? Nobody's betting yet or raising, and you can get 3 raises. That's it, 3 raises per each bet. Nobody's raising because you know what? They're all lying. They don't have 7 probably. They don't have, this guy could have 6.5, So anyway, I am going to ask these guys. They all put in a nickel. We're all good. Do you want a card? No. He says, no. And he goes, no. Now, I'm going to just show all of us these cards. That's They have a 7, so he has an 11, right? He's got to go high. This guy here has a 5.5. He can stay low. He could take a chance on getting another face card or getting a 1, an ace. This guy here has 16. He's got to go high. So if the longer you stay in the game to try to bluff your way low, what happens is that when I get to 7, let's say I get to like 27 or 26.5, then I and whoever is the low hand, we're gonna end up betting, right? And some people stay in with these high cards on here till the very end, trying to bluff their way, thinking that the other guy this guy here has a high card also. So anyway, so I bet. Everybody sees the bet. I go around. Do you want a card? This guy's going to take a card. He's going to take a card because if he gets caught with his pants down, meaning when I reach my mark of getting close to 27, then I am going to bet, and there's going to be raises, and it's going to take these guys a long time putting money in to see if they can beat my high hand to 27. Make sense? Okay, so I bet a nickel. Everybody bets the nickel. He takes a card. It's a deuce. I asked this guy. He says, no way am I taking a card. This guy says, no way. He's going to stay with the bluff. We know that because we saw this card over here, right? All right. I'm going to take a card because I only, 18, 19, 20. Look at that. A 27. I'm staying. I hit my mark. That's rare. But we're going to keep that just like that, right? They don't know what this card is. But you guys do because I'm showing you how to play the game. All right. So now I bet. I bet a nickel. He sees it. He sees it. This guy sees it. There's no raising yet because he doesn't know what he has. We know he's going high. Then I go around and I say, do you want a card? He goes, yes, definitely, right? Do you want a card? No. Do you want a card? No. He's bluffing this guy. This guy knows that he could have a deuce under there or a 3, which basically, by the end of the game, he might just take that hit because he thinks this guy might be on the mark. So he's bluffing, right? Do I want a card? I do not want a card. He has 6, 12, 13, 14, 15. He's got a 10. He's got 25. 25 points, right? These guys, no, we don't know what he has. Okay, so the bet's made. I say, do you want a card? He says, yes, he needs a 7. He gets a 3. But these guys don't know that. Do you want a card? No card. Do you want a card? No card. You want a card? No card. So they know I'm really close to 27 or I'm on it. They know that because I'm not taking any more cards. I bet a nickel. This guy here sees the nickel. This guy here has 5.5. He's going to raise it a nickel. He sees the bet. So that's 10 cents. I am going to see the bet. And I'm going to raise another nickel. And you know why? Because I'm on 27. Even if I had 26.5, nobody's there yet to the high hand. And remember, this is a pot that's getting split between the 7 and the 27. Get it? Okay. So I raise it. He sees it. He raises it again. Then this guy here, he raises it for the 3rd time. I see the 10 cents. Right? This guy is bluffing this guy, and this guy thinks he might have it. Get it? Trippy, isn't it? So, okay, there's been 3 raises. We're all in. I say, do you want a card? This guy needs a 4. He's going to take a card. He's way over. So he's got 6, 9, 10, 11, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. This guy is so far over, he's got 34 freaking points. He's going to fold this hand, and we all see that he's up there. But could he stay there and bluff? He could. But you know what? He knows that I am going to be closer than this guy. He's way over, so he's not going to stay in and lose his money or any more money. He's already lost what he's put in. So the bet, I'll bet a nickel. He raises a nickel. This guy here sees the dime. I raise it again because I'm good with my hand, right? So that's how this pot gets crazy, because I'm going to continue to raise anytime I can. And whoever is really the lowest is going to stay raising with me, even though this guy really doesn't know what he has, right? Okay, so it raises 3 times. I go to this guy. Do you want a card? He goes, well, he folded. I'm sorry. When we were making the bets, he folded his hand. So he folded out. He's out. Now we're sitting with these guys, right? We've already bet the 3 times. He went out. I said, do you want a card? He goes, no. This guy's thinking, oh, shit. I'm sitting here with an 11. I got to take a card. So he takes the card. 11-7 is 18. Do I want a card? I don't want a card. So now these 2 guys here, raise. There's no way he can lose. There's a way that I can basically tie this guy, but it's rare that it's going to happen. So I and this guy raise. He stays in and has to keep putting in the money because he's going for 27. And he doesn't know what I have. So I could have 26 or 28. It could be a point off, 2 points off. That guy over there, he was 10 points off. Or he had 34. So 30, 27, 28, 29, 30. He was 7 points off. I'm sorry. Okay, I go, do you want a card? No, no card. He takes a card. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Look at that. He's 28. He's 1 point off, right? He got a 10, got there fast. Because otherwise, if he got a small card or a face card, I don't see any face cards here. It's crazy. And if he would have got face cards, this bet would have been tripling every time till he got there, unless he wanted just to go out and take the losses that he already put into the pot. So we bet 3 times. Do you want a card? No. He's won the low hand already. Do you want a card? No. I say, I don't want a card. So guess what? The game is over. We do our last bet, and I and this guy here raise, right? And he has to stay in because he's thinking that he's 1 point off. It's a good hand. He can win with 1 point off. But I have 27, and he doesn't know that. So we bet the 3 times. We all show our cards. We all show the cards. This is the game. It's over. This one game is over. This guy here has 5.5. He ended up with, let's see, 11, 21, 28. And this is 27. So us 2 split this pot. And another thing that can happen, if you want to get the pot to go higher, these 2 guys here he could take a card. Because he could stay low. He could keep taking card. Let's just practice that. He says, oh, I'll take a card. Okay? He has 10.5. He's still low. He's still closest to 7. So this guy's putting in 3 raises because me and him are raising back and forth. That's what makes this game freaking crazy, because he can keep playing this. He could take another card on the next shot. He shouldn't take any more because he's got 15.5. So he can get a 10, and then he could be 25.5. He doesn't know what this guy has because we didn't flip him over already. But anyway, you guys can get this. This is 727. And what a wild game. I mean, I think I played this in the past We'd stay there for 2 days. I even canceled my clients at the hair salon one day, the whole day of clients, because we were playing all night and we just went right into the next morning and right through that day into that night until couldn't even keep our eyes open. I hope you liked my whatever this is. Anyway, good luck.